friends, this is Russian Torts here, and today I'm going to be showing you how to set up that awesome looking nano shrimp vase you just saw. So let's get started. So let's go over everything you'll need. First, you'll need a vase, which is the most obvious. This is the vase I picked for my project. I found it on Kijiji. Kijiji is a great place to find a vase. A lot of people sell them there because they just had a wedding and they have like 50 vases to sell, and they sell them very cheaply. So this is a pretty sturdy vase. I don't know if you can see, the glass is pretty thick. So first step is to pick up a good vase. If you don't have any luck finding it on Kijiji, IKEA always has vases. You can try to look at your local dollar store. They have very cheap vases that are not made as strong, but at least it's a vase. Next, you're going to need some sort of substrate. I chose aquarium gravel, washed aquarium gravel, as my substrate. There's no particular reason why I choose this. I wanted to make it nice and simple. You can also go with dirt, make a dirted vase, but that's just a little bit more work because you need to watch the nitrates, etc. With gravel, you really can't do anything wrong. Then you need your aquarium decorations. So I have a little cave for the shrimp, as well as some aquatic plants. Here's an anubias and some anarchis. Then next, it's a little bit of a choice you need to make. I decided to go with a little sponge filter. So this is a little sponge filter I decided to go with. As you can see, when it's resting in my hand, it is very small. So I really like this. It's the smallest sponge filter I could find on Amazon. It was very cheap, and the small size allows it to not take up a lot of space in the vase, and once the plants grow in, I hope I won't even be able to see it. But it's very small, which is why I chose to go with it. Of course, you're going to need some airline tubing and a little air pump as well. You're going to need some water conditioner. Right now I don't have any fish conditioner, so I'm just using the water conditioner I use for my reptiles, as well as some shrimp food. I'm using the omega-1 pleco pellets. This is the best algae food we're carrying at the pet store I work at, and I get that for free, so I figured I'll go with it. And finally, you're going to need your inhabitants. So I decided to go with cherry shrimp as well as a little neurite snail. So I'm going to show you those guys. So there you can see some of the cherry shrimp. There's 6 in total, as well as the neurite snail. I wanted to choose cherry shrimp because they're very easy to take care of, very low maintenance, and neurite snails are great for cleaning up any algae on the wall of your vase. You can also choose different shrimp, but cherry shrimp are the hardiest, and that is pretty much what you're trying to go for in your vase. So let's set up your vase. You can do this alongside with me. It's pretty simple. First, you want to take your vase and add the substrate. So I'm going to grab the gravel and add it to my vase. Obviously, you're going to want the aquarium gravel or whatever substrate used to be washed and to be safe for your pets. And you want to put it in your vase at an angle. So I put it at a little bit of a slope towards the back, because at the back's going to be where I'm planting some of the stem plants. So next, you're going to want to add your filter. So if you're using a filter, so I'm going to take my little aquarium filter and plop it right down in the back. I'm also going to bury the base in the gravel a little bit so it doesn't look as ugly. After you've added your filter, you want to add any other decorations that you have. So for me, that's just the cave and the plants. You want to do the plants before you add the water, just because it's easier to plant them that way. You're not going to end up flooding your whole table. And then you can add the water, and once you have all the water added, you can replant any plants that floated up. So I'm going to add the cave, and I'm going to put it on the side next to the filter. So it's also in the back, and I want to have a little bit of an open space in the front so that I can see the shrimp better. And next step is just to add the plants. The anarchis is a stem plant, so I want that to be buried in the substrate. The Nubius, however, you want to be careful not to bury the rhizome. So I'm actually going to trim the roots of the Nubius a little bit. You can see, there you are, the roots are a little bit long. And then I'm going to plant the Nubius and the Anarchist. Once you've added all your decorations, it's time to add aquarium water. You want to make sure that the aquarium water obviously is dechlorinated and that it's about 70-75 degrees Fahrenheit. When you're adding the water, to make sure that the least amount of plants as possible come loose, I recommend either pouring the water on the filter or on a solid piece of decoration, in which case, in my case, is the hut. I'm going to pour it on the hut because the filter is really close to the plant, the hut's a little bit further away, and try to disturb as little of the plants as possible. Once you've added some water, you can now check if there's any plants that came loose. None came loose in my scenario, but one of the plants is growing in a way I don't like it, so I'm just going to trim it back and replant it. So right now is your chance to do that. Don't fill up the vase all the way, because if you do, you're going to spill water on your table. Alright, and now it's time to add your shrimp. Mine have been, well, or your other animals that you want to add. I wouldn't recommend any fish, but you can do what you want, right? I'm gonna add the shrimp. I'm not gonna have the water full right away because I'm gonna just dump the shrimp in with the water that they came with. So if I had a full vase, they would just flow over the top. So I'm just gonna add the shrimp real quick. Now it's time to just hook up your filter and put the vase where you want it to be, and you've got your aquarium set up. And there you have the fully set up shrimp vase. It's a pretty easy project, it's pretty cheap to do as well, and it doesn't take up a lot of space, so pretty much ideal for any household. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, a like would be greatly appreciated. If you could comment as well, that'd be awesome. I would love to answer any questions you guys have. And that's pretty much it. This was my first video, my first real video back in Canada, and it's my first Friday video. So I hope you guys enjoyed the first scheduled upload. And with that, I will see you guys next time.